And we're live, sir.
We are. We are
Yes.
live on podcast recording time anyway.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Ray. Well, so we're back.
Happy
Yeah.
Monday.
Happy Mondays when we're recording this. We record them on Mondays, so hopefully we can get stuff out by the end of the week.
I like how I have a little bit more of the control thing going on.
You
here.
like that? You like being in control?
I like
Dan?
it, and I like how I have the like. It's
Yeah, I
almost
know.
like this is my show now,
I
Randy.
know.
What happened?
I'm just.
It feels like I'm the only one that ever comes back, and the only one that ever kind
I'm
of
just a
keeps this thing
sidekick.
going.
I'm just a sidekick. Well, I keep it going because I make you keep it going.
Yes,
That's why. It's like,
exactly.
Ray, can you come in after you get off work and do this? And then, instead of going home and playing video games or going live on TikTok, can you do this
Yes.
first before you go do that stuff?
Yes. Well, unfortunately, I can't do the TikTok because I forgot my damn battery pack at my other job. So
Oh, that's right. We could go live on TikTok if
Yeah,
we wanted to.
so-
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
We need to start doing that too while we're recording
we
the
could.
podcast.
Maybe that's an idea for the next one. Maybe.
Go live on TikTok. Yeah, we kept getting kicked off TikTok. Remember that for HITZ?
Yes.
I mean,
Because
like 3
of the
times.
music.
Is that what it was?
Yes, because of the music. We kept getting at the time. TikTok was still very experimental with the whole like allowing music onto their thing.
Yeah.
and they would boot you off.
Huh.
Yeah, that was a thing. Yes, and I did when I was doing the what was it, the mixes, the oh man, the mixes.
Old school mixes?
No, not the old school mixes.
Hit mix, Saturday night, hit mix.
The Saturday night mix, yeah.
Yeah.
Back when I was doing
Sound
that.
Factory, yeah.
And I would do the TikTok live while I was doing that.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You used to do that. Yeah, but they didn't kick us off. They killed us. They took us. They killed our account.
They took
We
the
were not
account down.
suspended. We were taken out.
Yeah.
Like 3 times. It was like
Didn't we try to make another account?
Ran out of way to spell hits with let's tack
two
on another
Zs.
9 and see if that works. Yeah.
Or put another what do you call a little underline
Underscore
underscore
or a
somewhere.
dot or something. Yeah. So we got to try and reactivate that again.
So you said you had a topic. I want to start with you first.
The only topic I had was I only want to talk about movies, and Toy Story 5 made.
Did you watch Toy Story 5?
No, I did not. I have not seen it yet.
I have a Toy Story 5 story.
Really? Already?
already.
Did you watch it?
No, I was actually something happened that involved Toy Story 5. I don't know what it was, and I don't know. I still kind of don't know what it is. Maybe someone can tell me what happened. But what was the story?
Oh, the only thing that I was saying was like it made $41 million in the United States.
So
like
imagine how it's going to be international.
170 million like that worldwide on his first day or something like that. What I thought was interesting though is that Obsession. I keep talking about this movie. It's like number 3, Disclosure's number 2, Obsession number 3. And this thing, it's making more money the longer it stays in the theaters.
And those are not big movies either. Obsession,
No.
Backrooms, those are not like
No.
multi-million-dollar. Well, they are $1 million movies, but they're not they're not huge blockbuster movies.
They're like $2 million.
Yeah,
which
budget.
is like going to the dollar store and making a movie. That's how it is. $2 million is nothing for a movie,
and it's messing up the movie industry.
and
a
it's
little bit.
messing things up. Well, that one in the back door,
The Backrooms.
the back room. Sorry, not the back door. That's a different subject.
Yeah, that's a different thing.
Back room though, that one's did pretty well as well. Too, but Disclosure. Mike O'Neill here at the station is going to go see it with his wife tonight. It's going to be interesting to see what he says about it.
Backrooms?
Not the back rooms. No. Disclosure Day.
Oh, Disclosure Day.
Yes. All about aliens.
Eventually, that will happen.
Yes. You think so?
Eventually, yes.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. You and
I want the government to finally tell us that, hey, yeah, we had this guy, this alien in our facility, and he's the reason why you're able to fly in a jet today.
Have you seen the ones on TikTok where it's like the Germans and they've got an alien body and stuff, and they're making fun of it?
I fell into that rabbit hole too.
All AI.
I want to believe
All AI, Ray. All AI.
I'm so sick of
You
AI.
want to believe it, but it's all AI.
It's true. I'm just so sick of AI though at this point because, I mean, it's a tool, right? It's a very useful tool.
It's a tool, but people are using it for the
They
bad.
are abusing it.
So, you've seen all this stuff on Instagram, TikTok about. Have you seen this anyway?
Yes.
A guy putting a camera on like a snake and then going down into a hole. Fake.
AI.
Fake. And then they've got like all this other stuff. You know, they go down there and there's like the eggs and the other snakes and all that stuff with the light. If I was another snake and I saw that, I'd be like, "What the hell you got on you, Bert? You got a freaking camera on you."
My biggest pet peeve when it comes to those AI videos is the fake quotes from like dead people. So like or like fake interviews with celebrities that have died like a long time ago. Like the famous one is Bruce Lee. There's a lot of people making fake Bruce Lee AI interview videos of stuff that he would never say that would go like that condescends his old philosophy.
Yep.
And that's the one thing that always irks me because I did a lot. Bruce Lee was basically my spiritual teacher, and it bothers the hell out of me every time when I see like an AI video and people repost it.
He was your sensei?
Yes, he was. Yes. And then like I would watch these AI videos. I'm like, yeah, Bruce would have never said any of this.
Dude. So I do like the AI videos. Like I saw one this morning, Prince and his ex-wives.
Uh-huh.
And you say Prince.
All of them?
Uh-huh. There's like 4 of them.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah. And it's like they all just kind of popped up and he put his arm around him. Next one, he looks over and she comes and walks up. He puts his arm around her.
Oh, it has like a timeline or something of it?
Yeah. It's like, you know, this date to this date. And that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool to see that.
Yeah, I mean, little reflection videos are okay. But when it comes to like misinformation type stuff, that's what irks me. Yes. I'm happy though, recently, YouTube has recently started putting AI tags. So like a lot of the social media stuff have been putting AI tags now to let you know that the video is AI.
Yeah.
YouTube has just started implementing that right now. They haven't taken stuff down, but they are implementing the AI tag.
I want to say TikTok and Instagram is hit and miss right now.
Yeah.
Still hit and miss, so beware. Because the ones where, you know, it's like a water slide and cuts off and the girl just goes down and then she like flies up and then falls out. You know, everyone's like, oh, you know, it's not real, except for the one where they threw the girl out with didn't have the bungee cord. Did we talk about that?
Yes, about the girl that just fell down to the cliff.
They threw her down without a bungee cord.
And
what the hell is that?
They arrested the guys that did it.
Yeah. But the one where there's just like, you know, a water slide or something and it ends and she just jumps off the water slide and goes out into oblivion and then falls somewhere. That's all AI stuff. And it's just like, my God, people, use your powers for good. Use the Prince videos more often. Do that.
Like I said, it's a very useful tool.
Yes.
Like I use AI a lot, especially for like the live stream stuff that I do. And the one thing that I've been using it for has been making thumbnails. And so, because I'm, you know, I am too a designer, but I just don't have time for that kind of stuff right now, especially with all the stuff that I got going on. So I use AI as a useful tool it's kind of like a grabbing tool to let people want to watch the live streams. They could see what we're doing. And it's like a nice little graphic of like me playing video games. And I'll show you, but it's like, it's mostly images of me in the game, but like it's in a very creative manner and you see me and I'll show you later on.
Yeah. You're in the video game. I've seen that, I think.
Yes. So,
oh man.
The one thing I wanted to talk to you about the Toy Story thing was so on Friday, my dad had surgery. Well, I guess I wouldn't call it. He says it's surgery, but I would say it's more of a procedure. He got a colonoscopy, which I recommend everyone to take. Yeah. When they get to, was it 40? I think the recommended age
45,
is 40.
I think.
Yeah.
But they also have
colonoscopy.
But if you're in decent shape, they have this Cologuard thing that you can do at home. Mm-hmm. And that's pretty cool too. It's non-invasive. It's really easy and all that. But yeah. So he got a colonoscopy.
Yes. And I was his driver. So
that's a surgery. They knock you out and stick a pipe up there. With the camera attached to it. And it takes them longer to prep you than it does for the colonoscopy itself.
Yes.
But yeah,
it was longer. The procedure was only like half an hour, but it was a whole waiting period of him going through the vital and all that stuff.
Yep.
So it was done in Hanford and early in the morning. So 6 in the morning. This was like 6 or 7 in the morning. And I take my dad to go do his colonoscopy. I'm there waiting, and there with my mom and my aunt because my aunt just decided to show up because she lives in Hanford, so she just shows up. So we're there waiting, and I decided, it's Adventist Health, so it's like right across the street from the mall in Hanford. So I decided I'm gonna walk to the mall just because I don't want to wait in the lobby.
My dad's fine.
Yeah, he's fine. So I walk across to the Hanford Mall, and I see all these families lined up and their kids are all dressed up, and I'm like, what's going on here? It's like 8 in the morning, 7 in the morning, and there's all these kids out here in the mall, and the mall's not even open yet. The mall opens at 10. The only thing that's open is the theater. So I walk in, the entire mall is empty and still closed up, and I see all these kids going into the movies, and I'm like, oh, they're going to go see Toy Story. And I'm like, do they do a special screening for the kids on like certain days for these kind of movies? Because I had no idea. It was packed. I had no idea.
They had like a 10 a.m. showing or something.
It was 8 a.m. It was early. I was like, oh my God.
That's early.
Why are you guys coming in so early?
Special times for Toy Story 5.
Special time for Toy Story?
Probably.
I was like, huh.
That's a little early though. Wow.
But I was surprised of all the families that showed up. And then there must have been some kind of convention or thing going on that day too, because I saw 2 dudes walking around and they look like elves.
Only in Hanford.
Only in Hanford. I don't know if there was a convention or anything going on in Hanford. I had no idea.
Were they little people like Brad Williams?
No, it was like grown dudes in like a whole full-on warlock outfit walking around in the mall.
Oh, no. I started to say, I don't think there was anything big that opened this weekend besides Toy Story 5. Maybe they went to see like Masters of the Universe or something, and they were like trying to.
I don't know. I was a little thrown off by it. But I was like, man, I should have brought some kind of outfit and throw people off.
Should have took a picture is what you should have done.
Yeah. I'm going to be that creep that's taking pictures of people and their kids.
I'd take it back to show my mom and my aunt. I'm like, look what is going on across the street over here.
I was like, what was going on? So people in Hanford, if you were there this last Friday, which was what? I don't know what day that was.
19th?
The 19th?
Yeah.
Let me know what was going on. I had no idea, and I was confused. And I ended up walking to Jack in the Box because I was scared.
Jack in the Box?
Yeah, it's just right around the corner.
Oh, yeah, next to Figaro's and all that stuff. Oh, okay, yeah. I was like, all right, that's not that far. I got scared. No, the mall wasn't open besides the movie theater at 8 o'clock in the morning. That's why you walked over there. That's why you left the hospital. Yeah, there was no
food open. None of the food courts were open.
Yeah, that's why you left the hospital to start with anyway, Ray. Oh, my God.
I went to go get breakfast. I had a nice little quiet breakfast to myself at Jack in the Crack.
I thought you were just going to tell me that you went to see it anyway. It's like, oh, there's a bunch of people there. I'll just go see the movie anyway. Forget about my dad who's having a colonoscopy, poor guy.
I knew he was going to be out and just not that long. So I was like, there's no way I could sit through another 2. I know he's not going to be in there for 2 hours. So I was like, I'm not going to.
So you're technically your dad's driver, but your mom was there and your aunt.
Yeah, my mom doesn't drive.
No?
No. My mom has this crazy phobia. My mom has a lot of phobias. And I'm pretty sure she could be a borderline, what's that term? Agoraphobia, the fear of going outside. I feel like that could be my mom sometimes. She doesn't drive outside of town. That's been her thing. She never drives out of town.
But she drives in town.
Huh. Yeah. It's very peculiar. I know.
She's afraid to drive even during the day?
During the day, yes.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
She never drives out of town.
Never drives out of town.
Always you or your dad.
Yep.
She goes with. Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, it's something like agoraphobia. I was going to say schizophrenia a little bit. But
Sorry, Mom.
Sorry, Mom. She doesn't watch your podcast. What are you talking about?
Dude, obviously, she watches my live streams. Like, she pops into my live stream.
I watch your live stream.
She pops into my live stream, and I'm like, oh, hey, Mom.
Hey, Mom, what's going on? That's what you've done. You've done that to me before, too. Hey,
Randy. What's up, Randy?
What's going on?
So the one thing I was going to talk to you about is, how do you feel about... So we live in a world now, and I've noticed this myself. That's the reason why I'm trying to change this, is that we live in a generation of convenience. And I would like to say the convenience of brain rot. You know, we can all go on TikTok and Instagram and scroll for hours watching these AI videos.
Yep.
And next thing you know, it's hours have gone past, and we have, and we've watched a bunch of pretty much garbage, and we just implement it in our brains.
Yeah.
So there's this new thing going around about people in my generation and your generation as well, who are going back, not necessarily dumbing our lives by getting rid of internet and stuff in general, but taking a break once in a while by like using a dumb phone, like an ordinary flip phone.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw something on that.
Using old school MP3 players instead of being on Spotify, or actually listening to the radio, taking a ham radio with you everywhere you go, and starting
playing CDs or something.
Yeah, playing CDs and trying to take that easy, like the old school approach of things, listening to records and once in a while, or just how do you feel about that? Do you feel that that is a way that people can just disconnect from one another? Because here's the thing, I'm starting to do that as well. So I'm going to demonstrate. I got this in my pocket that I just got back from a guy who just modified it for me. And I'm using this as my little portable movies, music, video game system all in one.
And you had that when you were like high school?
Yes. I had this since 2009.
Okay.
And I started using this as a pretty much like a little dummy device. So why I can just...
But you're not checking out. You're watching movies and stuff on it. So it's not like it's just taking the place of your phone. It's not...
So
not being just a device. So,
but it's more to what you want to listen to instead of what the algorithm is pushing onto you.
Oh yeah, but you could do that in Spotify.
No, so Spotify does that also.
Spotify will do that, but if you have a playlist set up, or if I just randomly when I'm going down the road, it's just like, oh, I want to hear this song, pull it up, and then it will take me in a different direction. Be like, no, I'm done with that. Here's another song. And it'll take me. But if you have, like, I've got several playlists set up. So if I'm driving a long time, if I'm driving a couple hours, I've got a playlist. So I just set it up and I'll let it run. And if and stuff that I like, so I'll just, if it's something I was like, no, I don't feel like hearing that now, skip over it. So that's what I do with like Spotify. I'm in control of Spotify, unless you just want, AI DJ guy to
DJ X.
DJ X, that's right.
Spotify.
What's up, Brandy? I like how he says Brandy. What's up, Brandy?
Yeah. For those who don't know, DJ X is a real person.
Is he really?
Yeah, out of New York.
I figured he probably was, but
yeah, DJ X was. I think he was on Hot 97 in New York.
Probably that would make sense.
And they just digitized or they just cloned his voice.
Yeah, he's fun, youthful sounding guy.
Yeah,
I like it. He seems to be cool. Sometimes he doesn't know what the hell that I want to hear, but he seems like he's cool.
Yeah,
yeah. So I think you know what? It's funny because my mom, before we wouldn't let her have a phone anymore, I had to get her a flip phone because she just wanted to make phone calls. She's not a text. She wasn't anything to do with texting. But a flip phone, you can still text. And if you remember back in the day, that's all there was those flip phones.
Right.
And you had to be quick if you were trying to text somebody. I had it down. It was just like click, 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 because it was 3 letters. Okay, so T, 1, 2, 3, T, H, 1, 2, 3, H.
And then you had to press it twice if you want it capitalized.
Yeah. And it took forever.
Yeah.
Ever. But if you're just looking for a phone to unplug with not really text, I mean the flip phone still has text, but if you're just looking for that, that's a good way to go to unplug from your mini computer that we've all got in our pocket.
Yeah. That's the one thing I've been thinking about a lot lately because I noticed that I'm like, I waste away off my phone. Like there's times where I'm like laying in bed, I pull up TikTok and I'm gone for like 2 hours.
Oh yeah, I go to sleep that way. I wake up that way. I mean, I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, oh my God, we are just all stuck on their phones. Okay, well I am anyway. And I wake up to checking my email and seeing what's on social media. Go to bed, checking my email, see what's on social media, and then until I just get so tired. And that's the worst. Supposedly, that's the worst thing that you can do is just scroll social media until you fall asleep. That's supposed to be like the worst thing in the world.
Yeah. And the one thing the reason why I thought about this is because, so one of the things I love to do, I don't know if you know about this, Randy, but I like to write. That's one of the things I love to do. Like I can sit on my laptop, like at a coffee shop and write like a mini story, like a mini, like short story.
I used to do that a little bit, but not in ages.
A friend of mine reached out to me and he told me he worked for a video game publishing company. And he asked me if I would be interested in writing a piece. And I was like, yeah, I love that idea. I love the idea of putting myself on some kind of publication of some kind to give my opinion on some old technology, right? And especially from the old millennial days of the early 2000s. To me, that was old. Now it's old. It freaks me out knowing that.
Yeah, I remember back in 2001.
Back in 2001.
Yeah.
I was 12.
Old school shit, right?
So, and I was like, okay, I can definitely write something. I'll figure something. I'll send it over to you. This was 2 weeks ago, and I still haven't written it. And it's because every time when I want to sit down and write it, my brain just goes away.
Yeah, here's what I do when I want to write something down. Now, this is what I've, the last few months anyway, I go to my notes and I just turn on the microphone and I just start talking. I'm like, anything. I'll just say that.
That is the Stephen King method, because that's what he would do. He would do that with a recorder, with an old school video recorder.
Oh.
And then he will just talk to it, narrate it himself, and then go back and write it.
Really? Mm-hmm. Well, if the mood strikes you, you got to get it while it's hot.
Yeah, that's the problem. And then when I'm like the time when I do have the time, it's always like, again, doom scrolling, and then time is just flies away.
I know. I've become famous at doom scrolling. I just tell you, that's just what happens. Wake up.
So that was my moment where I was just like, okay, I need to figure this out. I need to stop this doom scrolling and do something that's a little bit more productive. That's the reason why I went with this. And I have different versions of this PSP. I got the older models, I got the Vita, I got all kinds of different models, and I chose this one just because it can fit in my pocket. And that was the main reason why.
So do you have a phone on you right now?
Huh?
Do you have a phone on you right now?
Well, yeah.
Oh, it's recording this podcast.
It's doing the hard lifting right now.
When it's not doing the hard lifting, do you still use it even though that's in your pocket?
So the reason why I've put my phone down and left it there. So I've been doing that a lot more because I have one of those magnet chargers where I could just leave it there. So stays there unless someone calls me.
You know what's scary is so this last weekend. So I was doing some stuff around the house and like threw the phone on the bed, and then I went out and did some stuff and did some more stuff. It's been like an hour or two, and all of a sudden this is how you know you're addicted. And then you're just like I was like, oh my God, I don't have my phone on me. And I ran back to the bedroom. I was like, did anyone text me, call me? Something happened? Is the world ending? Is the radio station off the air? What happened? I don't know what's going on. And then I just I'm like, oh, nothing happened. Nothing happened. Something could have happened and nothing happened.
Yeah. Your phone's dry.
Yes, exactly. My phone's dry. I've never heard put that way, Ray. But yeah. So I was like, oh my God. I'm like, I am totally addicted to my freaking phone.
That's a term that was given to me because there was a moment where I had a bunch of people texting me, and I don't like to text at all. I'm not a texter. I would rather you call me.
Yeah. Hey, Ray, is da 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 da. Okie dokie.
Yes, okie dokie.
That's what I got today. Okie dokie.
Yeah, I don't like texting. That's something that's always been, again, old school. I prefer talking on the phone. I could talk on the phone for hours.
Dude, I have people that I will text. They're like, okay, all right, sounds good. And 3 seconds later, the phone rings. Hey, I just wanted to make sure that you were good. I'm like, well, I just texted you and said it was okay. Oh, yeah, but how you doing? Mm-hmm. Okay. We could have just talked if you want to talk. All you got to do is say, I'm going to call you.
Yeah, I got a phone call from, and I like those kind of calls. I like with the random phone calls where I can have a conversation.
Rando calls?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like for instance, Tony called me last week.
Uh-huh.
He called me and we just had
Ray.
Caught up. And
oh, that's cool.
I was just like, yeah, that's what I like. Like, do that. I want more of that, but people are afraid to call people nowadays.
People, that's because of text.
Yeah.
And private messaging on social media. Sometimes people will respond. It's interesting how they respond because there are people that are texters, there are people that are callers, and then there's people that are still email.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah.
Email.
Message on social media or text, phone, and then email. Obviously, I've run into a lot of millennials that are just email. They will respond to you via email and not via text. It'll take them forever.
Are they business people, like businessy type, like entrepreneur type?
Not so much. A lot of
email.
A lot of females.
I could definitely see a lot of females my age.
I mean, guys are just like, okay, dude, all right.
Whatever.
Yeah, but if they want to get their point across, they'll send an email. So it's interesting because that's why I figured out anyway. in my travels is that there's people that will just text you or send you a message via social media or email you or actually call you. And calling is the last on
Resort.
the list. Yes.
Yeah.
The last thing they want to do is call and talk to somebody. I don't know if it's just because they're so used to just sending a message on social media and someone getting back to you, because, I mean, it pops up right away when someone sends you a message on social media, so you can get right back to them if you want to, or if you don't want to, then you don't have to get back to them either. Same thing with text, but if you call to talk to somebody, it's got to there's an immediate reaction there by the person on the other end. So
Right.
if you need an immediate answer, that's what happens when you call somebody. And if they don't have that, or if they just don't want to talk to you because, well,
Whatever
they're
reason.
just they don't want to talk to you just because, or they don't feel like talking to you, or they've got 6 million other things to do, and they was like, oh, I'll text them later.
That's I have mad respect for people who could just call people out of the whim. Like, and it's mostly like people who are my generation. Like, it's always younger people that what Gen Z would always have that issue of calling.
And then there's the ones that'll call you and not leave a voicemail, but will text you.
Yeah.
I get a lot of that during the day. I'd be like, ring, 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 because I'll be in the studio or something, and my phone will be at my desk, and it'll be like, ring, 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 and there'll be a hang up right before the voicemail comes on, and then it's like, hey, just tried to call you, call me back.
Yeah, that's me. I would rather text than leave a voicemail.
Yeah,
Because that's an extra step that you have to take.
yeah. And so, well, and like if you're in their phone, like you're in my phone,
Yes.
then it's going to say Ray called.
Right. Yeah.
And, return Ray's phone call. Otherwise, then you have to explain yourself in the voicemail. Hey, Randy, it's Ray. Give me a call back.
Yeah, it's always older people that I know, like the Generation Next was it Generation X before me, or whatever before millennials were. They're the ones that always leave
Generation X.
voicemails.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know how to use social media, or know how to use. A lot of people don't know how to use text.
Yeah,
Surprisingly, people with gray hair like me don't know how to do that stuff.
I just want to say that for anyone out there in the younger generation, that if you can call someone, like especially someone who's like in charge, I feel like you get a lot more better response that way rather than just a text or an email.
Yeah, there's things that you need to talk to somebody on, and just like if you're looking for a job, I mean, a lot of that's done digitally. But if you're looking for, especially like a salesperson job or something, you want to like follow up because it shows you have initiative, and you want to get on the phone and call. But if it's something like, your uncle, and you haven't heard from him because you've been texting him for the last 3 days, and you're like, oh my God, is he dead on the side of the road or something?
Right.
And then you call him, he's like, oh, hey, what's going on? It's like, I've texted you like, 10 times in the last 5 days. Are you okay? He's like, oh yeah, I just haven't gotten around to texting you back. How you doing?
Yeah.
And then, they have a conversation together. Also, if you're trying to get somewhere, like get a doctor's appointment, because there's a lot of that you can do. If you have a high-tech doctor, you can get a lot of that stuff done via a message on their website or a text. Or if you're trying to, especially the government, you're trying to find something out with the government, you got to call.
Yeah.
And you have to play stupid too. You're just like, I can't believe I got to do this. But it's like, hey, I might be dumb, and I probably am, but I'm trying to figure out how to change my name to Wendell, and I need to get some help with that.
Okay, Mr. Wendell.
That's fine, no problem there. We can help you out with that, or point me in the right direction. You have to play stupid,
Yeah.
And then especially if you're talking to someone at the county or government level, because you have to remember, all they get all day long is people yelling at them.
Yeah.
And
Just
so
please.
if you're nice to them, they'll go 100 miles
That
for
is
you.
true.
They'll do whatever they got to do. But you can't do that via texting. You can't do that because people just won't respond. They have chats on those sites and all that stuff,
But it's all
but
robots.
you're talking to a bot or an AI bot, and if you don't bring up the right thing, then they try to put you in contact with somebody anyway, and then it has to be you're on a wait list for a call back. And if you miss the call back, then you can never get back in because you've tried calling again. You have to get back on the callback list. It's a big pain, but because most of that stuff doesn't get taken care of, like I said, via chat, it's all talk.
The calling
talk.
thing, The calling thing I put on the list of things of why I'm still single.
The calling thing?
Yeah, you want to know why? It's because the last, I would say, 3 years, I dated 2 girls who were way younger than me, right? And I'm talking like in their 20s.
Text.
Yep. And then they would get extremely upset when I would not text back at a reasonable time.
Yeah, because exactly, because you have to respond right away, right? That's how you get to know each other is via text these days, right?
These girls I've known for like a cool minute before, because I don't date people right away. I need to know the person at least for a little while. So I know the person and they know me, but it's just like,
well, if they know you, then they should know that you're a caller.
Not a texter. They will not concede to that notion of that I have to call him.
They should give you like yes, no answers then. You know, it's just like, hey Ray, are you around tonight? Yes. Hey Ray,
just like what I did with Okie Dokie.
Yeah. Hey Ray, I'm gonna go out tonight. You want to go? Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, sounds good.
Or I'll respond with a GIF.
I'm more interested in said list that you have together of why you're still single.
Yes.
How many?
Which I haven't wrote down yet because of the brain rot that's happened so far.
Starting to say how many items are on this list.
It's a lot. There's a lot of things that I have that I've started that I didn't finish because of the whole brain rotting issue, and that's become like a huge concern for me. So. Yeah, that's the reason why I'm trying to like back away from technology a little bit. So like a lot of my, like for instance, I made a post today talking about my PSP Go. It was scheduled. I made that video on Saturday. I made the video on Saturday and I scheduled it to post for today. So I can just stay off of.
I want to say I saw it on
social
Instagram.
Media.
Yeah, because I saw that picture that you pulled out of your pocket of the PSP. Was it a video? Or picture?
Yes, it was a real TikTok.
Yeah,
it's all over the place.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
Yes.
And if you're a friend of Ray's, you'll find out. If not, you can hunt him down on Instagram and on TikTok.
Yeah.
And on Facebook as well. You probably don't touch Facebook as much as you used to.
No, I don't. But everything is auto to Facebook. So I didn't have it set up because for a long time I didn't have my Instagram set up to my Facebook account or have it cross share.
Yeah, it helps.
But
there was a theory around that. If you don't, you should post in different places, different audiences, different things each time. Like whatever. It's all up there. It's all random. It's all totally random anyway. You can't predict how any of that stuff will work. They can talk about algorithms all day long, but it's still totally random.
There's a class on that. Did you know that?
I've noticed so on Facebook that ads are popping up way more frequently now, and it'll push whatever you're looking at down, and you have to go back up and scroll. That's something pretty new.
That's Zuckerberg trying to make his money.
Trying to make $3 instead of $2. Yeah, I get that, Ray. I get that. So yeah, well, that's interesting. I think that you should take it a step further and go with, like, when you're not at work, go without the phone for like an hour.
I can do that.
Try weaning yourself off the phone for an hour.
I had this conversation with another friend. I'm like, what did we do without these devices? Because I grew up without a cell phone. I wasn't an iPad baby, me
neither.
So like I can take myself off of it. But the main reason why I chose the PSP is because I want to play games that I haven't played that I always wanted to play when I was younger.
Yep.
And a lot of them are like stories. And I'm like, I want to play these games that I haven't had a chance to do when I was a kid. I'm like, I have the money now. I'm an adult. I can afford to buy these games.
I can afford to buy some toys.
And I'm like, I want to enjoy this stuff when I can. So, and other than the streaming stuff, because I do play games on the stream, but a lot of people think I don't play games off stream, but I do. And it's mostly this stuff.
So is that PSP you have, is that like the Nintendo?
It's Sony. It's made by Sony.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sony.
It's the Sony PSP. I was not a Nintendo guy. I was a Sony guy. I had a bunch of stuff, and I have another PSP and 2 PS Vitas, all made by Sony.
So the kids have the Nintendo Switch Lite, and I got one for a good deal, and I was like, because I'm like, okay, we'll have a third one that way if something breaks, and they can pick it up. But I was looking the other day, I was like, hey, they have Miss Pac-Man. I might just have to kick this thing gone, man.
My dad has been on that same thing. He asked me the other day about getting a system for him that has nothing but the old school stuff on it. And I told him it could be done because there's so many systems out there now, all run by Android too.
Or either that, or if he's like old school Atari, you can still find old school Ataris with like 80 games for like $100 or something like that.
We have one, but it's just the whole hassle of him setting it up and actually playing it in the living room. I think that's the handheld craze that's going on right now. Is everyone wants it in their hand. They don't want to deal with plugging it into a TV anymore. That's the reason why the Switch is so popular. Yeah, because the kids can just take it away like an iPad.
Here's me dating myself. When I grew up, the only cell phone that they had was a big brick.
A big brick.
My dad had it because it was a Motorola, and he worked for irrigation district, so he had to have it when the farmers called him. And it was a pack that you put around your your
wrist,
shoulder.
Yeah, a little
back in the day,
like a suitcase.
Yeah, and answer machines were a big thing. And besides that, there was no cell phones. We didn't even think that like cell phones were going to be that small. They wouldn't think that, Apple would come out with something like that. Nothing. And so how do we get along? Oh my God, we talked to people. We did stuff. We went outside. We worked in the yard. We went for a bike ride. We did all that stuff, Ray, before any cell phones.
I know.
Crazy.
It's a time that I yearn, that I miss, but it is what it is.
But there's still some people that Ed Sheeran has a flip phone.
If I can live that lifestyle, please, I would do that. But Ed Sheeran also has someone on his marketing team who does all the posting for him because he's active on social media.
Right. He still has someone on his marketing team. He does have a team, but if you want to talk to him, you got to call him.
I know.
He doesn't text. He's got, like I said, he's got a flip phone. And he's only got like 2 numbers, and that's like his manager and his wife.
Yeah, if I can live that life, I would.
Must be nice.
Yes, I'd completely disconnect me and let everyone else be responsible for that.
But think about it. You're talking to someone, and then they're like, I'll be right back. I've got to go down the hall and do this thing. What do? You pull your phone out and you start scrolling.
Yeah.
Scrolling. So back in the day, we wouldn't scroll because there's no phone. So we would just like,
or read a magazine.
Yeah, read a magazine, read the newspaper, depending on where you were.
There's no more magazines anymore. No more publications.
Or you talk to the person that was like,
next to you,
or whatever, and just say,
that's my last resort. I don't mingle like that.
Introvert.
Introvert. Yeah.
Oh, that's your problem.
No, I mean, I have no problem with that. But if that was my job, Randy. That was my job for 10 years. But if I don't have to do it when I don't need to do it, then I'm not going to do it.
See, I am. Back in the day, I was quiet, where I wouldn't say much. So if I was out of the radio station,
unless she's a pretty girl, but
yes. If I was out of the radio station, though, I wouldn't say much. Now I just talk to anybody and everybody. I was like, "Hey, what's going on, man? What's happening?" I'd rather be talking to somebody now than doom scrolling, because doom scrolling doesn't get you anywhere. I mean, it's entertaining sometimes, and but I still look at, like, instead of doom scrolling, I mean, it's kind of like doom scrolling. I look at Marketplace on Facebook, or I wish Instagram had some type of market space.
It will.
TikTok shop.
They have to compete with TikTok, and I know that's coming very soon.
Yeah, because the TikTok shop, everybody's on that. Pick a product and sell it.
Yes.
Pick a product and sell it and make $1 bazillion. It doesn't happen that way. Just doesn't happen that way. People make some money, but some people will be on. That's their sole purpose in life, is to be on TikTok.
And they're not even selling products. They're just showing the product that they got for free, and then they make money because they have the link. They
send them stuff to sell, and they have the link, and they get a little piece of it. So each night they're selling something. But it's like back in the day, if you remember what QVC.
By the way, you can go to my TikTok shop. I have items on there right now too. Just saying.
Raise items. But if you remember the old QVC, I mean, it's still on, I'm sure, somewhere in TV land. And they just have stuff and they sell it for a limited time. That's the same thing. I equate TikTok and people selling stuff on TikTok to the old QVC. Yeah. Yeah, we can sit here all day long and talk about that, Ray.
I know.
But I'm glad to see that you're trying to unplug a little bit.
Yes, and I encourage everyone to try to at least once in a while.
Yeah, it's hard.
It is hard. It's an addiction, and it's bad.
Yeah. And meanwhile, there's, I can't get inside my garage because there's so much crap in there, and then everything's
I think
dead
that's
in my backyard.
That's another problem, Randy.
Everything's dead.
That is another
Well,
problem.
we're too busy doom scrolling to do anything. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
another problem
I need
for
to go,
another day,
I need to
Randy.
go on TikTok and start selling crap out of my garage.
Probably, yes.
Here's a record from 1985. Lover Boys, Turn Me Loose. Who's going to start the bidding on?
I got this signed copy from Stevie B right here.
That's
for
right, because I love you. Oh, yeah. Man, that's another podcast. I felt like we've gone for 100 years now.
Yes, that was a good one. So I'll see you guys all next week, I guess.
Next week, let's do it again.